locked in to the Cash Flow Show with Dave and Nate, the best place to navigate how to achieve capital appreciation with commercial acquisitions. Here's your hosts, Dave SEYMOUR and Nathan Amaral.
I could see you over there like dancing.
I don't know what it is about that music, man. It's like
No, it is. It's catchy.
it's like it gets me going. Dunka, dunka,
It
dunka,
is good.
dunka, dunka,
It is
dunk.
right. It is good.
Especially now we're doing an early morning episode
This is.
at 10:30.
I haven't even had the morning breakfast or nothing. It's definitely too early. I feel like I just rolled out of bed and
This
got
is
on the
my
show.
it's my it's my
Are you
fifth.
still drinking it black with 5 sugars?
No, five sugars. The fifth one this morning.
Oh goodness! Wow, that's a lot. That's a
On
lot
the edge, baby. On the edge.
on
Hey,
the edge.
Pam Gorey, how
This
are
is.
ya?
Hey Pam. This is the home edition.
Yeah, it is. It is.
This is not unusual.
I got a boogie, and I didn't have time to go from the office to the house to go pick
Yeah,
up Bennett, my 9-year-old. So I figured I'd do everything from home today, and it's been
nice.
so far so good.
Exactly. You still guys get some snow up there? I heard you had
Well,
some
yeah, it's
snow.
cold.
Yeah.
-4. You know
Ooh.
yeah, everything shrinkage. We'll just leave it at that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's
Late,
cold.
later on, if you want me to send some videos down here and send it to you so you could show Mary Beth, that might help. That might help the cause.
Help the cause getting her moving, getting her
Getting
moving.
down
Yeah,
there.
she just left. She just left in a typical New England, soccer mom outfit: yoga pants, yoga shirt.
Right.
What are they? Uggs boots and the Canada Goose jacket because she's got to go to Stop and Shop. I mean, some people have the life. You know what I'm saying? Some
Some
people have the
people have.
life.
Some people have the life.
So,
That's good.
she just came at the door. She said,
Oh.
"What kind of bag is that?"
Oh.
Oi, I know I paid way too much money for that handbag. Whatever. A Gucci? Oh, a Louis. Sorry, a Louis, not a
A Louis,
luggy.
a
There's a
Jimmy Choo,
difference between a luggy and a Louis. I guess it
a
was a
Jimmy Choo.
Louis. Right. She's got to do one of those. I don't know what it is, man. Hey, how are you? Where
Hey,
are you?
where are you?
You're not
I'm
in
no,
you're
I'm
not in
not in
Portugal.
Portugal. I'm in Florida now. We're gearing up for our mastermind that we have down here next week. So, yeah, really excited about that. Going to be around, and you are our featured guest speaker. Oh, we are not worthy. We are not worthy.
Oh, I'm not worthy for your group. Yeah, that's going to be cool, man. Coming
Yeah.
down and spending a day with you and your group there. So it's a mastermind. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's a mastermind of investors who have, in order to get into the mastermind, you have to have closed over 25 deals.
Oh,
And
okay.
some people have done that, beyond that. Some people are over 50, 100, and are doing really well in their businesses. So the whole mastermind is based on marketing and positioning. The brand is one of our key topics. It's about marketing and how to get more deals through tweaking, pieces in the marketing to scale, and a little bit of operational stuff too, of course. But yeah, but that's
Cool,
that's what it's all
cool.
about.
How do you structure those? I actually joined a mastermind, and I'm
Sure.
still trying to figure out. My biggest challenge with being in a mastermind is I want to make sure I bring everybody else value. I don't want to be in a mastermind and just take from everyone. I mean,
That's a good
how do you
that's a good
structure it?
point. That's a good point. We actually have had many discussions about this because we want it to be a give and take, right? It's got to be that,
Yeah.
I got to bring some, everyone's going to do a presentation. So everybody comes with like a guided PowerPoint where it gives them the opportunity to share their story, their biggest challenge, and what they need. And then we have Q&A, but we also have how can we help this person, right? So it could be a referral contact, a resource, that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
That's how we structure it, but we do it a little differently. We don't want to be in like the hotels and stuff. We wanted to be in a big mansion. So we are all in a mansion together. It brings us a little bit closer. We're gonna have a lot of fun too. There's a big swimming pool. We got a DJ coming in. There's a whole bunch and we got celebrity guests. This guy that's been on TV.
No.
He's been on the Today.
All right, that's enough of that silliness.
That's enough of that.
How's business?
It's good. It's been interesting since getting out of this COVID, I think things are starting to really pick up now. Maybe the new year movement is happening a little bit more,
Yeah.
but it's been good. Yeah, I had a closing actually that's happening today. I have a closing that's happening today. I did all the notarization. I had to do a unique notarization. It was like 6 documents yesterday. Had to do the swearing of, doing an oath and a swearing to oath. There was a lot of moving parts to it. Closing today, and then had a few other closings earlier in the week. So, but things are starting to pick up. Before it was just like really slow, like December, January was really slow, and
Sure.
then things are
Sure.
starting to pick back up. So it's nice.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, gotcha. So we
yeah.
missed last week
We
because
did.
this is terrible. I was in Florida,
Yeah,
and then I'm going back to Florida to see you on Monday. But we were in
right.
Florida last week. I bought our institutional partners through the 81 doors that we're taking down. It was a great weekend. It was a
Mm,
great day on site. We then went down to Fort Myers. I drove from Orlando down to Fort Myers about 3.5 hours,
yeah.
and we had more meetings. We had more meetings down there. I felt bad because it was like, I'm having meetings in Florida at a beachside
Yeah,
cafe.
and it's
I,
snowing
I
up north.
I sunburnt the top of my ears and the back of my bald spot, and I came back on Sunday morning. I land early, get in the truck, drive home. Got to clean 8 inches of snow off of my truck from the parking lot, and
Yeah.
then I get home and Mary Beth looks at me and she says, "Hey, you're all done with your Florida stuff. You need to crank up the snow blower. Get going, will you? Get going."
Oh my
So
God.
I but on a serious note, we bought the institutional conduit through who we've now bought in house.
Nice,
We have new members of Freedom Venture Investments,
nice.
Karen Todd and Alec Eckhart. Fantastic group, fantastic value add to the team.
Hmm.
They've done approximately $2 billion with a B dollars of capital raising in their own careers, and
Wow.
now they came in. They're good synergy, good energy, and they're a part of the company now. So we're
What's
excited
their
to have that.
what's their positions in the company? What are they doing?
They are capital conduits, capital raisers. Uh,
Okay,
they have um, they have established relationships with ultra high net worth individuals and also some smaller institutions.
nice.
So we're going to the reason we brought them on was really to start laying the foundation for our second fund, which will be
Hmm,
a half
hmm.
$1 billion
Yeah.
is what we're targeting right now. So it's a lot of work raising money. It
Well,
doesn't
that's
it
true.
doesn't yeah, you don't just
Yeah.
shake the bushes and the money falls
Right.
out of the trees.
That's
So
true. There's a lot of relationship building and a lot of
yeah,
conversations, a lot of meetings. Yeah.
yeah, it's referral, man. I mean,
Hmm.
it sounds so corny, but network and net worth are you
Yeah.
know that they are intertwined, and one will absolutely correlate with the other. So it's good to have them on. They're part of our weekly management meetings now, partner meetings. So
Nice.
it's good. It's good bringing fresh blood and energy to what we're already doing. So it's exciting. So they
Nice.
walked the property with
That's good.
us. We also did some filming while we were there. Had
Oh,
a
great.
production company come in, yeah, and just got the actually just got the hard drive in the mail today of the
Nice.
days worth of filming plus a download on Vimeo. But young lady came out from California. Her name was Liza Florida, which was
Hmm.
kind of funny. Her last name was Florida. She's a Californian realtor.
Really? Yeah.
Sells those high end Californian
Like luxury.
houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, family business. But she was like, "Hey, I can't get a yield." She said, "If I want to invest $100,000, right, with you guys at Freedom Venture, I can do that." She said, "All right, put $100,000 down on an investment on just one house in California, and I'm still only getting a 3% or a 4% return if I'm lucky." She says
Right.
that doesn't even buy me a tenth of a house. She said, "And if I come in with you guys, I'm looking at a 6% preferred rate of return, targeted 10 to 14% quarterly distributions, and I get to participate in the equity on the back end, and I don't have to do anything other than put my money out there." She's
Push a
like,
few
"I love
buttons.
it. I love it." So yeah,
That's great.
she's coming into the fund. She's just finishing her due diligence now. But with her, what was really good was we started
Mm,
talking about creating some education for her investment group out there in California.
Oh, okay.
and then potentially putting together what's called an SPV, a special purpose vehicle,
Mm,
where that group, if you will, then becomes an investment entity into
right.
the fund. So she was fun. She was fun. She's originally from the Philippines, so we had the immigrant to the U.S. commonality coming from
Right, right.
England. So it's good. So my
Uh,
friend Matt Bassett just texted me. He's not cool enough to punch it into the formula. Matty, we're
What's
in
up, Matt?
the Gulf Coast. We're in the Gulf Coast region of Florida. We're all the way from Fort Myers up to Pensacola.
What?
Deal we're underwriting right now, which is deal of the week, is in what's called Winter Haven. That's a fantastic deal. We're looking to bring that one in, but all up and down the coast, kicking ass and taking names and having a lot of fun doing it for sure.
That's awesome. I haven't
So
talked
yeah,
to
been
Matt in
busy,
so
brother.
long. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, been busy. Matt Bassett, my man. I
Well,
coached him
yeah, a long time ago. Yeah. I wonder what he's doing
long
these
time
days.
ago. Long time ago. My man. My man. So yeah, we've been busy, brother. It's good.
That is great. That is great. Well, those are good signs of, people are looking for yield. Let's kind of talk about that for a second because,
Yeah.
right now we're seeing, I think we're on the third week run of losses in the primary market, the stock markets, right? So we're
Yeah.
seeing just red, red, red consistently. Everything's going down, which is where people are looking for yield. And you had sent a link over in regards to this.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
talk
The
about that for a second.
Bloomberg News talked about high net worth individuals, right?
Yeah.
I was on a presentation last night. It was freaking awesome. I was
Mm.
asked by Stetson University in Florida to present to their entrepreneurship program. Right?
There you
Imagine
go.
that. Me. I'm now presenting to a university class, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I was
There you
looking for
go.
a camera over my shoulder, but
Yeah.
while we were there, I was presenting. I was talking about the fact that an entrepreneur has a responsibility to get yield, right? To find yield. And to find that yield, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can actually follow people who have already gone out and found it.
Right. Right.
So,
Right.
so who are they, right? Look, it's so corny, but it's so true. Success leaves clues. We know that, right?
Yeah.
Cut and paste, duplicate,
Sure.
step into it, lean into it, do something good. Get in the
Hmm.
way of something good. Dave's favorite saying. So I was sharing that mantra with these young minds last night, and it ties into what you have there. Bloomberg News put an article out. I don't know if you can pull it up, Nathan. Maybe you don't have to. It doesn't
Okay.
really matter.
Okay.
But if you can pull up that graph that was in there, I think that was
Okay.
pretty good. So
Yeah.
there's
Okay.
a renowned investment group called Tiger 21. And Tiger 21 consists of high net worth individuals who have at least $100 million in net worth. Let me say that again,
Okay.
$100 million in net worth. And what Tiger 20,
Million.
yeah, right. What Tiger 21 did was they went in there and they broke down their investment portfolio. Where do they invest their time and money? This is the article here, and if you could scroll down to the chart that's in there, I think that really explains it nicely. That might be it. Only it hasn't filled in yet, Nate.
Yeah.
Scroll back
It's
up right there.
still loaded.
Yeah, that graph is loading in there.
Hmm.
Oh no, that's an ad. Is that an ad?
I think
Oh
this
my
one's an
lord.
ad. Yeah, this one's an ad. Oh, there it
There,
is.
there it is. There it
There
is.
it is.
There it
I
is.
think
Go
it's
back.
running
Go
so.
back.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Things are running slow.
That's because of the. So yeah, look.
Yeah.
So this is their a snapshot of how they like to invest. Okay, um, they've increased their allotment 27% now to real estate. Um, public equity, private equity. So private equity is lending on businesses. Public equity is equity into the public marketplaces. So, just out of interest, I like to follow what the one percenters are doing, and
Right.
how do we then get to look at that? 3% of their allocation is into hedge funds,
Mm.
right? 7% is into fixed income.
Hmm.
13% of their capital they leave on hand as cash. The rest of it, they get it out, right? Let one free so it can come back with two or three is the strategy that I've always worked my way into. So
Hmm.
yeah, Tiger 21 members, they're investing at a higher rate in real estate than any other component right now, and
Mm.
it just shows me that they're looking for yield. Commercial real estate is giving the highest yield in the marketplace right now with the lowest risk profile. So let me say that again. Commercial real estate, apartment complexes, what we invest in, is giving a higher yield um, horizon than any other investment strategy out there. But
Yeah.
at the same time, it's still in a lower risk profile.
Right.
One
What?
investor said it has the risk profile of the bond market, which is
Mm.
almost a negative yield right now, and
True.
yet it has the return appetite of the stock market. So everything
But
that we've been talking about since we started the cash flow show, Nate,
yeah,
is coming to fruition. Right, the lead generation that we're seeing
absolutely.
is ridiculous, and then the investors chasing the yield. So
One of the
right
things
place, right time.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And one of the things I want to point out to our viewers, and something that's really important to see here, is a lot of this graph is a good example of private transactions. They're not, let's call them public. So on the news and the media, right? You know, Bloomberg, whatever, the markets, the primary markets, you're going to hear all the time talking about equities and hedge funds. And you're going to hear blue chip stocks, right? And that's all like on the public side of things, which has lower, if you look at this graph, has lower amounts of the pie percentage points. But then if you look more on the other side of like real estate and private equity, those are not talked about as much. They're not as,
Right.
let's call them, you know sexy, popular, not well known, and they're more, so what's coming out here with with like Freedom Venture is exposing that. It's making it more aware. It's raising the awareness of these types of opportunities. I think that's what I look at. That's what I get from this
Yeah.
chart right here.
Yeah, yeah. Talking of opportunities, why don't you pull up Winter Haven? Let's talk about the deal of the week.
All
What's on
right,
deck right now?
all right.
This is such a good deal, man. I love this deal. I love this deal. So this is Winter Haven. He's about to pull it up. It's a
Okay.
30 unit deal. And for those of you following us consistently, you know that we have a very specific buy box for our real estate investment fund. And when I say a specific buy box, we target 20 to 140 unit apartment complexes in the Gulf Coast region of Florida. And what that does is it allows us less competition, number one. And because of our 25 plus year track record in that marketplace, we get first dibs, right? A lot of the assets that we're taking down are what we call these mom and pop assets. And this is another one of those. This is a solid B plus asset, B asset, and it's in the Winter Haven area, which is in the between the Tampa and Orlando MSA.
Mm,
Winter Haven was described by AARP, the American Association of Retired Peoples or Persons, as the top retirement friendly community in the country, and that was in the journal in 2020. It continues. This area continues to grow in attention. It continues to grow in the amount of folks that are retiring into this community. So the demand is very, very high.
mm,
This complex was built in 2012, so it's not that old, which we love. So the big ticket items have already been taken care of. For example, the hurricane code and all of those kinds of things are all squared away and in shape. The roofs are fine. The big systems are all set. It's been with the same investment group, a family investment group, since it was built. And what's nice is it's got a beautiful 2-2 mix. All of the units are the same: 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. Nice size of these units as well, 900 square feet. Sits on 2 acres, which are very sparsely landscaped. So visually, it doesn't look that appealing, right? It doesn't look that sexy. People buy with their eyes. We always talk about in the single family business who's really the person who makes the decision. Well, it's the wife and the husband and wife team. They buy with their eyes. They want to see, a nice aesthetics. And this thing is definitely not there aesthetically. It could do with some minor improvements on the interiors as well. So because of that, what's happened is all of the units around it have increased in valuation, increased in rent, and therefore this unit is, the semi-ugly ducklings sitting in the neighborhood of swans. That's probably
Mm.
the best way to put it. So
Yeah.
what's happened is that has, every inaction has a reaction, and the inaction of upgrades has equated out to a 90% occupancy in what should be a 100% occupancy market with waiting list. So we run our numbers based on its current occupancy. So for us, we see 10% of free real estate because of a 90% occupancy. And the way that equates out is this: we're targeting the price, the acquisition of this, at 3.6 million. We're going to bring an extra 255, 300 in capex, capital improvements to the property. We'll do some new vinyl flooring, paint, quartz counters. The boxes of the cabinetry are good. We don't have to worry about that. We'll do some nice backsplash, get those aesthetics up. Plumbing and electrical fixtures, nicer faucets, nicer lighting, some recessed cans, those kinds of things. All of those will increase the attention that these units will get. And because we are a green rehab company, we will be doing high efficiency toilets in all of these units, making sure that we're following the green programs that are out there. We'll do some upgrades to the grounds. We'll make those look beautiful as well. So the increased gross potential due to these upgrades, bringing the rents up to market, leasing up the extra units that are vacant. We'll be looking to increase the rental income 63,000. Now, in the cap rate that this is in, the cap rate market, that translates into $1 million in increased value during the course of the first year through the upgrades. We know that there is high demand for tutus in this marketplace. We've already done the studies to prove that. So when we dial in the numbers for the investors that come in on this deal, the average cash on cash for this one, 15.5. The rate of return of the money working over the 72-month hold will be 22.08, just over 22% internal rate of return, and a very solid equity multiple of 2.4. So just a bread and butter, solid deal, no heavy lifting for us. Excited to bring this one in through acquisitions. The letter of intent is out. The underwriting is in full force. So those are the opportunities, my friend. That's what's out there in the marketplace. So good solid deal of the week. Another one that Walter's bringing through the acquisitions funnel.
This is another great deal. And you mentioned earlier, I think, Matt was asking, what markets and why. Let's talk about that for a second. Again, you've constantly been bringing up deals in Florida. Is there a particular reason why, specifically that state?
Yeah, great questions. 1,500 people a day are moving to Florida was the last statistic. Hi, I don't know who that was, but I'll say hi. 1,500 people a day are moving to Florida. It's still the #1 retirement destination in the United States of America. With every one retiree, it creates 4 service workers, 4 service jobs. The Northeast is thinning out dramatically because of what COVID did. So there's the population growth. That's the supply and demand side of the equation. The other side of the equation for us is a 25-year track record in the Gulf Coast region of Florida doing exactly what we just described right there, both ground up construction as well as multifamily repositioning. We get the deals first. We get to make the offer. I'd love to tell you that every offer we made was accepted, but that's not the case. But
Yeah.
I'm not buying deals off of LoopNet. I'm not buying deals off of CoStar, right? These are the
Right.
off-market deals. So until we've exhausted all of the great deals in the Florida market, we don't have to go anywhere else.
Well, this is
We
you
can,
bring up some great points. I just want to interject here because yesterday I was literally on the phone with an apartment investor, okay? And
yeah,
they are in the process of raising money. Her conversation with me was, I'm raising money and this is what we're going to do. and we're gonna buy apartments. And I said, well, what state are you gonna be, starting in? And she said, well, I'm not sure yet. And it just got to me, you know, I was just thinking like, all right, so you're gonna go out and you're gonna try to raise money for deals, but yet you don't even know what market and what the buy box is that we always talk about.
Yeah,
And I think that's what
yeah.
a lot of people who want to be in apartments but are not sure what market to look for or how to identify a good market. And that's the part I want to bring up from your team at Freedom Venture, how they get that data, and it's not something you're going to find publicly on CoStar or LoopNet and et cetera.
Yeah, look, we work within a very specific buy box, right? 20 to 140 unit apartment comp. Now, these are the properties that go inside the fund.
Hmm.
Outside of the fund, when we do one-off deals, well, they might be outside of this buy box. They might have a different repositioning. But think of, instead of a 300 unit apartment complex, what if we had 10, 30 unit apartment complexes that all performed the same way as that deal that I just showed you, right? It's the
Right.
same mechanics for us. So, for education purposes, you've got what's called aggressive value add, which is, you're not going to make any money on that investment probably for 12 to 18 to 24 months as it goes through a massive repositioning. We're in
Mm.
the middle of looking at a 300 unit aggressive value add deal right now. 300 doors, probably around 15 million to take it down, another 7 million to reposition it. But the return on that is incredibly aggressive. That's a 4x on the multiple.
Mm.
That's 25% cash on cash. The IRR on it's probably around 30, 35%, right? It has a
Yeah.
higher risk profile because of the amount of work it needs, but it's got a higher return profile. So
Right.
there's
Exactly.
aggressive value add, non-aggressive value add. That means, maybe 6 to 8 months as we reposition before somebody gets a quarterly distribution. Then we have Core Plus, and Core Plus is the bread and butter. That's what
Mm.
we do consistently is Core Plus. And we do it in this one marketplace because the inventory is there. After
Mm.
that, are core assets. Core assets is what every institutional donkey buys because it gives a 4% yield. They don't have to worry about it. It's where they
Yeah.
park $20 million to
Right.
buy
Right.
an A plus, right? An A class property, and then they just, they leave it in there, right? And
Yeah.
they hope
Exactly.
for appreciation, right? 10
Right.
years, 15 years down the line. There's no
Right.
repositioning involved.
Yeah.
So, having a distinctive buy box is absolutely critical because
Hmm.
what are you telling investors if you don't have a game plan? You got to have a
So true.
business plan.
So
Come
true.
on, stupid. Where are you going to put my money? Get me going first thing in the morning, Nathan. What's the matter with you?
Sorry. No, it's true, but these are a lot of people don't know, right? They don't have a clue, and that's what's so the biggest differentiator from what Freedom Venture does compared to a hedge fund, for example. Like you said, the 4%, the 3% cap rates. It's just night and day, right? At the end of it, it's night and day that you can see you can gain more by being in a fund like this than
Sure,
than
sure.
just parking it with a broker. So
Yeah, bud.
um,
Yeah.
good stuff. But yeah, it's definitely a good market. I'll tell you that because I'm in it right now. So
Yeah, you are. I can't
yeah,
wait to get down there on, when am I coming
yeah.
down? Monday, Tuesday, we're hanging
I
out,
think
right?
you're coming Tuesday. Yeah, yeah. You'll be down here
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah, tell your group we could even do a field trip. You're right around the corner from the 81 units. I could even, if you've got a
Really?
bus, we could potentially do a field trip if you want.
Why don't you text me the address and then because we do have a bus. I think it can go down that way. I'll find out. You just
Yeah,
text me the address. That would be fun.
yeah, we could shoot some video and bring a
You
group
could.
through. We'll take you through the smaller one, the
Okay.
26 units.
Yeah.
Some of those are under construction now. You can see befores and afters. It's a nice little complex in
You got my mind
Lakeland,
racing now.
in
You got
Lake
my
County.
mind
Sorry.
racing now. All right, so text me
Okay.
the address and we'll go
All
over
right.
there.
All right. You let me know whether it's doable because I got to arrange it with the property managers and everybody else. So we'll
Yeah.
see if it works. The
Okay.
timing
So,
might be off, but we'll try. We'll try.
all
All
right.
right, brother.
Sounds
Good
good.
stuff. Hey,
All right.
if
Yeah.
you want, you could pick up the phone and dial 781-922-4418.
Wait,
You
what's
could
that
talk
number
to,
again? What's
what's
that
that
number
number
again?
again? Write it down. Seven eight
I'm
one
writing it
nine
down.
two two four four one eight. Um, talk to my team.
Can I talk to
Talk
the
to the
team?
team. Talk to the
I want
team.
to
I want
talk
to
to the
talk to
team.
the team.
I want to talk to the
Um,
team.
Set up.
Uh,
I'm serious. I mean, I get this all the
yeah.
time. I've got 5 investor calls lined up for my team today alone. Just a chance to ask some questions, see if you're a fit for Freedom Venture Investment Club as well, which is our inner circle of group, smaller group of guys and girls who want to learn this business as much as invest in this kind of business. See if there's a fit for you as an investor with our fund, or maybe some of our side deals. Whatever works, or don't call. It doesn't matter.
Don't call.
We're gonna be kicking ass and taking names with or without you. So it doesn't change my life, but
Don't
it might
call.
change
It's not.
yours.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Don't call.
Or
Don't
you can
call
always
us.
just go to freedomventure.com.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Great show
Thanks,
today.
brother.
Thanks, bud. We'll see you in a few days. Thanks for everyone for watching. We'll see you next week at the Cash Flow Show. Take care.